Kunal, what is your UPSC roll number?
6300539, ma'am.
And what is the sum of it? Sum of the digits?
26, ma'am.
Okay. You have studied in St. Stephen's College.
Yes, ma'am.
Who was St. Stephen?
Ma'am, Saint Stephen is believed to be the first Christian martyr.
Martyr for what cause?
That I'm not sure, ma'am.
Okay. So, you have worked in income tax department. Can you tell me something about faceless assessment, the recent reforms?
Ma'am, faceless assessment scheme aims to bring and reduce the interaction between the tax authorities and the taxpayer. So this is ICT enabled scheme wherein the returns will be filed online and the notices or the demand issue will be online, and there will be no interaction between the taxpayer and the authorities. Also, ma'am, the jurisdictional role of the assessing officer has been done away with, whereas a national e-assessment center will allocate random taxpayers to random authorities all over the country. So income tax officer or the assessing officer in Delhi can be looking at the income tax returns of someone from Chennai. So this has to do with reduction of the coercive nature of allegations that are against the departments and to make it more taxpayer friendly, ma'am.
Okay, and are there any hurdles in using this faceless assessment?
There were certain hurdles earlier and there are some now as well. Earlier there were many glitches in the software, ma'am. So the IT platform, even the new income tax platform has been witnessing several glitches. So that is one. Secondly, ma'am, the officers were itself not very trained in using the software. So there was one lacuna there. Thirdly, ma'am, there are sometimes the time limit for notices that have to be followed are given exemptions, and then there are certain delays occurring there. So it hampers the taxpayer.
From your DAF, I gather that you have left CAPF.
Yes, ma'am.
Service. Why?
Ma'am, I wanted to give similar kind of UPSC examinations while preparing for civil services. I knew that the training and the job, the rigorous nature of the job would not allow me to prepare for civil services as effectively as I could do in my current job. So I preferred not to join it.
Or were you frightened by the dangers associated with that job?
Ma'am, I would not call myself frightened from the job profile.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
But why did you give this exam if you were not willing to take this exam just for practice?
Yes, ma'am. Similar UPSC exams I wanted to give, and I felt that I should give CAPF examination.
And if you get a service which is not of your preference, will you leave that job again? If you are allocated some service from civil services which you don't prefer, what will you do?
Ma'am, I'll join the services and I'll continue preparing for the desired service.
Okay. My last question to you. Tell me, has women education led to increase in more divorce rate in India?
Ma'am, it would be wrong in my opinion to draw a correlation between women education and the rate of divorces. It can be simply linked to the empowerment of women in terms of awareness of their rights, in terms of their ability to speak up against violence as well as excesses committed over them. So if in a marriage a woman feels that they should not continue with it, the economic empowerment which has come due to education will allow them to sustain themselves, and they will not be dependent on the male head of the family. So they can take independent decisions with regards to their life. And if it results into a divorce, ma'am, I think it is the individual's prerogative to decide on their marriage life.
Thank you, Kunal.
Thank you, ma'am.